Good morning, guys. We are about to go live, and welcome to the stream, whoever you are. I'm not seeing any names right now, but thank you for joining us and welcome. I am busy setting up the flight for virtual Ryanair. We just need to stop that music. I thought it was going to stop on its own. Apologies. Right, there we go. It's done. So, back to business. We're going to fly from Katowice to Cologne in Bonn in Germany, and you guys are most welcome to join us. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything like that, feel free. I'm going to open up the headset for the guys on Discord just now, then you'll hear them. I just need to quickly go chat with them and make sure they understand we are going live, so they don't say anything they might regret later. Good morning, Stefan. Good morning. Okay, so there we go. I'm in the live on air channel. I've told them good morning, Paul. Thanks for joining me.
Morning.
Good morning, Matrying.
Good morning, Nico, Paul, and everyone who joins Nico's stream.
Yeah, good stuff. We just have to keep our eyes there on Chris and Hakan, because they don't have permissions to come into this room, so we mustn't let them fall on the wayside if Uncle John leaves them now. If you guys can help me with that, please.
Will
Okay.
do.
Right, so Katowice to Cologne. This airport was part of the freebie giveaway that some market had a while ago. It's part of the Katowice Design Polish Airports Volume 1. And one of the things I did notice is it feels like this runway is a little bit narrower than usual. So we have to just keep it more steady. It was fun landing here. We did the landing on Twitch on a stream there. It was bad weather, very low ceiling. The wind was rocking. I had a 14 knot wind playing against me, yeah, and it was fun. It was fun landing, yeah. Anyway, another thing I just want to mention to you guys. I noticed that my X-Vision is not working this morning. Now I didn't do anything to it. It's just not running. I have no idea why not. So this is kind of like a bit of a washed out look, but we'll live with it for now. We'll fix it later. I've never had it, never seen that it dies like this. It's just strange to me. Anyway, let's get going.
Just a quickie.
Oh, you're speaking too loud into that mic. Go for it, Uncle John.
Just so that you know, since you've set this up yesterday,
Yeah.
I'm not any interference from SDK Pro when I go backwards and forwards, even when I'm streaming.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad. So it's not flickering anymore.
It's not flickering. Now, whether Discord's actually done some work on it, or whether what you did has solved the problem, I'm not sure.
All right. Well, we can test that later on. I don't want to interfere with my stream right now, so but we can test it afterwards. But whatever happened, that's good news. I mean, that flickering was really annoying.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. By the way, Fred came back to me early this morning as I woke up. That was the first email I read. He said he'll try and pop in, but he doesn't guarantee anything on the stream this evening when we fly his helicopter. Okay. And he said thank you for letting him know about the fact that we solved the issues and everything, and that I gave him that screenshot you took, you know, the photo. So yeah, all worked out.
He was extremely helpful.
Absolutely. Right, well, I am live on VATSIM. If anybody wants to come and join me here, you are welcome. I see we don't have initial ATC, but we will have on the descent and for the landing. So I'm hoping my planning is sufficient for these guys. I don't know, I just want to start my VA client, otherwise we're going nowhere fast. Bloggerman, good morning. I am. I've already scheduled the stream here on my YouTube. It will be 1600 Zulu and onwards. And like I said, Fred, the creator, developer of the Bell 407, said he might actually pop in because I've been talking to him behind the scenes. And oh, there's also good news. I didn't even tell you guys this. He said that he's just finishing off the S300. There's some update he needs to do on that, and then he'll start updating the B407 for X-Plane for us all again to get it onto par with the new technologies and obviously new X-Plane and everything else. So I'm kind of excited about that. And I almost forgot to tell you guys. How's that?
It's great news.
Ah. Who's calling me now? It's not a good timing. Okay, hold on guys, it's a client.
Yeah, it's kind of a nice feeling when the developers feel close to what you're doing for a hobby, doesn't it? You know, Zibo occasionally joins in, and now this guy, it's brilliant.
I think it's excellent. You get feedback from them and them from us. It's fantastic.
Mind you, it has to be a two-way business. Without feedback, developers can't always put their heads into the minds of an average simmer.
Very true.
An example.
Goes for Dan at Tim Toolkit as well. He's amazingly in touch with everybody, isn't he?
Yeah.
That's what.
It's like Hot Start with Toto. Is another developer who isn't dismissive of anybody, and that's why we should respect each other.
I mean, where would STKP be without all the suggestions that people have put forward? Wouldn't be anywhere near like it is at the moment.
Right, guys, I'm back. Sorry, continue. I just need to round off. I just need to load some money into the talking account. So continue. I'll be with you now. Right.
I mean, what we've just been said, I mean, could be said about that bloke called Skymatics. You know, that streamer guy. He's not a bad sort, is he?
Well, he does listen occasionally, doesn't he? Takes on board what you've got to say. Yeah, it's great.
And he's helpful to all classes at cinema.
I try my best.
Nico,
Yeah.
if you have 30 minutes, I am going to join your flight.
I can wait 30 minutes, but remember I need to leave within 40 minutes. I've used up 4 minutes already. So you've got 34 minutes, then I need to go. All right.
Okay, sir, I am going to be there.
Okay, cool. Andrea, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for the subscription. And yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, I don't want to, specifically point it out, but while you're talking, Maurice made a very nice post on the Zibo Pilots group this morning. What can I say? I can just say thank you. Oh, I've just noticed a bug. Can you guys see the bug?
It's not a box, it's a dotted line.
Yeah.
Is that what we...
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's true. Well, hang on, let me go and look up. Oh, it helps if you're loaded into Zibo, isn't it?
Well, I didn't get that this morning.
That's weird. I also had it yesterday where the aircraft went off the magenta line completely. Just didn't follow the magenta line for some reason. But that was in the beta, so I'm not going to make a big fuss of it today. I just want, well, I need to see if it does it in the normal explain as well. But that was kind of funny to see yesterday.
That's the difference. I didn't realise you were in beta.
Yeah, yesterday I was. Yeah.
It's alright, I was running an exercise overnight on the Vulcan, so I haven't got that Zibo loaded currently.
No worries. Right, let us, before we continue with STKP, let's go run the routes here. Andrea, I use Sim Toolkit Pro. That is what was just on the screen there just now. You'll see me, I've standardized on using Sim Toolkit Pro almost exclusively now. I love the fact that it's still under development. I gave a couple of suggestions to Dan yesterday as well. There's one or two more that I'll do when I have the time later today. I'll just chat with him a bit. Excellent, that's good news. This route seems to be fine. Right, we have not done the loading and stuff, so we better go do this loading, and this is where STKP is gonna play its role again. So, oh, by the way, my broadcasting software did a massive update today, and it seems to be working fine, so I'm happy. Not like some previous times where it just bombed. And the fuel is going to be 7.9. That's a lot of fuel. Alright, so let's get that loaded. Andrea, I don't know Project Fly that well. I do have an account with him, one of the free accounts. I used it maybe once or twice. I honestly cannot measure the two against each other because I do not have the same experience that I have. My experience with Sim Toolkit Pro is very in depth, and I mean I speak to Dan very regularly, the developer. So I can't really say which one is better because I honestly don't know. My issue with Project Fly is the fact that when you want the additional stuff which you get for free in STKP, you need to pay for on Project Fly. And if you understand, our South African rand currency has been devalued to a point where we're paying almost 24 rands for $1. It's impossible, and I think we're paying 26 or 27 rand for £1 British. It's impossible to pay £10 a month to fly on Project Fly. I just don't have that kind of money. We are not paid in pounds and dollars. We're paid in rands. So we have to work like 20 times harder for the same value. And that's one of the reasons why I love STKP. Apart from the fact that it is a great product. I mean, it is affordable, you know, in that sense. Right, what's next? Let's go have a look, see outside. Okay, that's done. Zero fuel weight will be 60.7. We are still getting our fuel there. Our reserves will be what? 3. Let's just make it 3.3. Quick guess. And cost index will be 6, and we can fly 340. Hi Kevin, good morning. Captain Freeman, I've got paints for the ground handling. I can actually change it if I really wanted to. There you go, there's the Ryanair set. Like I said, if I wanted to, like I mean, when I get busy, I don't even think about things like that. At least the cars are there, you know. Yeah, it's very nice. Nice to have. Right, so in one limit, we're going to use 32. And I'm not even gonna play around. I'm just gonna use as much power as I can. So let's just drop it a little bit. Okay, 36, yeah. That's about it. We don't want to go less. Yes, sir.
May I ask your final flight level, sir?
340, Hakan.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Alright, then going back to STKP, we have a slope of downhill 0.3, and I'm ringing again. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Interesting Saturday morning. Customers need my help all of a sudden during a stream, you know? Right, runway heading is 265.
You need to complain this customer, sir.
No, it's okay, Afghan. You know what? Anything for them as long as they're happy.
Just kidding, of course.
I know. Yeah, it's amazing. It's kind of weird when real world interferes with your virtual world, you know? Right, 7.9. Right, so weights should be okay now.
Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see the seatbelt lights flash on and off. It's also an indication for you to actually make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened and ready for departure.
That's fine, Chris. No worries. You can come back whenever. Just tell me when you want me to drag you back in, because this room is locked. It's only me and the moderators that have access to come and go into this room. So if you do drop out and you want to come back in, drop me a note. I'll pull you back. Let's go finish this before we forget. Right, Hakan, I am ready to go. So, how far are you?
I need still 20 minutes, sir. You can go. You don't need to wait, sir.
Okay, I'll wait 10 minutes for you. Okay.
No
So what?
problem. You don't need to wait, sir. You don't need to.
Sure, understand. But let's see how long I can wait for you. Okay.
Okay.
What we can do is we can welcome the people.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. On behalf of all the crew, welcome on board this flight. We expect to be departing on schedule today, and weather en route is looking pretty smooth. Shortly, the cabin crew will be showing you a safety demonstration. This is for your safety and for those around you, so please give them your full attention. Once again, you're all very welcome on board.
I have just downloaded sceneries from Explains 11 website. So I'm going to install them and open Explain 11 and start setting my airplane in 5 minutes, sir.
Okay. Right, what is our meter 1006? We can say that also so long while we wait. Let's do a couple of tests, make sure this thing is airworthy.
Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up. Obstacle. Obstacle. Pull up. Airspeed low.
Adjust vertical speed. Adjust. Climb. Climb now. Climb.
Yes,
Climb now.
Chris,
Climb. Crossing.
when
Climb.
we are
Climb.
flying
Crossing.
with Nico, there
Climb.
is no shortcut. We need to be
Climb.
patient.
Clear
You're
of
right.
conflict. Descend. 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 Crossing. Descend. Descend. Crossing. Descend. Descend. Descend now. Descend. Descend now. Increase climb. Increase climb. Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain.
There's the fuel
Monitor
temperature.
vertical speed.
Yeah, I wanted to bring
TCAS
it to max
test.
attention
Pass.
quickly. Mac, we're at 16 degrees Celsius. Captain 777, good morning. Hello, hello. So we've got 16 on the ground. Our,
Right, that's 12, I think.
yeah, that is 12. All right.
No, the fuel temp's 12.
You think it's 12? Let's go back there. Oh yes,
Fuel temperature.
it's 12. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry, I misinterpreted it. Thank you, Paul. Thanks for that.
They must have fueled that aircraft up last night and
Well-
left it there waiting for you, Air.
Yeah, well, the TAT and the fuel temperature are now the same, you know. So yeah, it's possible, McTrying.
So the temperatures have equaled overnight.
Yeah, everything's equal. Even our standard temperature is, so that's fine. So just as a matter of interest, when we're up in the air, we will have a look, see what the difference in temperatures are again.
Yeah.
It's amazing that it's got this level of accuracy into it.
If you were to polish all the leading edges of the wings and polish the nose of the aircraft, it would probably be not quite so warm up.
Mm,
It's all those fly bugs, they all create drag when it's in the air.
gotcha.
Come on guys, I'm leaving myself open to being...
Nico,
Mm,
can you please tell me your gate number, sir?
22.
Okay, I'm going to take 22.
Well, if you take 22, then you're gonna be right on top of me, so I wouldn't advise that.
Yeah, I'm almost there.
Okay. Hi, Will, good morning. And Steve, good morning.
As soon as I connect, immediately I start my airplane set very fast.
Okay, Hakan.
Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming. All right. Looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Thank you, Chris. And there is Hakan. Wow, okay. Alright, Steve.
Welcome aboard, Captain. Tow's connected, bypass pins inserted. Go ahead and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Yeah, we'll give Hakan another 5 minutes, don't worry. I've just noticed something, guys, and if you were wondering why I'm panning so ferociously all over the show here, it was to test it. Live map 2 in STKP chows the frame rates. It just eats it up. I mean, I started getting stutters here, and I had it at takeoff yesterday as well. So I've gone to live map 1 in STKP, and there you go. It's smooth as a baby's bottom. All gone. So I don't know. It's obviously taking some other processing power. It shouldn't, but it's definitely, that's what it is. I just moved. Now it's gone. Interesting.
I confirm your findings there, me.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be a general consensus at this point in time, Steve. Most people I've spoken to says they prefer map 1. So I'm not sure what the end product would look like on map 2, but The functionality of map 1 is just, it's awesome.
I'll go along with vote for map 1 as well.
Yeah. Hakan?
Sir, just 3 minutes more.
Right, well then I'm gonna go, because if you're gonna go in 3 minutes, we're gonna have a problem with separation. So let me go then, alright?
Okay, sir, see
Here
you.
comes the pushback. Line them up.
Ladies and gentlemen, mobile phone and tablets are permitted to use for the whole duration of the flight in airplane or flight mode. If your device does not have airplane or flight mode, it needs to be switched off now and remain switched off for the whole duration of the flight. Thank you.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of aircraft, you'll find your life jacket with the panel and the looking at the flight instructed by your captain. Thank you.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Brake set.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
APU on.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
Welcome on board this Ryanair flight. May we have your attention while we point out some of the safety features on this Boeing 737-800 aircraft.
Right, there's our pin. Let's go. Katowice traffic, Ryanair 9900, taxi holding point runway 27 via Echo.
Katowice, this is Ryanair 908 to radio check.
55.
Okay, we are starting up on pushback for runway 27, Ryanair 982.
Thank you very much for waiting, sir.
No worries. Hey, well, that is awesome. Congratulations. May you have many more good landings after this one.
There is a nice seat for further inflation or deflation and a light to attract attention. Do not inflate your life jackets inside the cabin, as to do so will impede your exit. Further information may be found in the safety card, which is displayed within the area you are seated. Your captain invites you to
Just tell me on the descent side of this flight, if you want me to talk you through that final couple of miles, I'll tell you exactly what I do. You know, maybe it's got some value for other viewers as well. Guys, if you want me to talk you through the flight, just tell me, I'll do that. Don't you love hearing good news stories like that, that guys are learning the mod and that they're getting it right?
Yeah, it really is good.
Yeah.
I found myself on the verge of asking a stupid question yesterday when you was it yesterday when you were streaming? I was going to ask you, how long do you think it would take to learn to fly the Zibo? And the more I thought about it, the more I realised that it's just layers of the onion and just goes on and on and on. And so it's not really a sensible question.
Well, if you break it down in your question and you say to me, how long is it gonna take to learn to start the engines? I can tell you it's gonna take you 30 minutes. Okay. If you ask me how long it's gonna take to learn how to align the IRSs, I can tell you less than 10 minutes. If you're gonna ask me how long to learn how to program the FMC correctly, I'm gonna tell you it's probably gonna take 5 hours. You understand? So there are things that I can quantify, but there are, like you said, too many layers in this onion. I mean, I've been flying this aircraft since 2006 or 5. I can't even remember. It's way back in the days. All right. I mean, that's how long I've been flying it. I still learn almost every day. I mean, like we said yesterday about the temperatures. I mean, I learned it the day before. You understand? There are so many layers that it's impossible to know everything. I mean, and if I speak to the real world pilots, and this is really funny, guys, some of the real world pilots actually admit that they don't even know some of the stuff we as flight simmers know, because it's not required of them to know it. You know, we get very technical as flight simmers because we think that's how they do it in the real world, and it's not. It's not that we go the extra mile. Some of the guys I deal with are like maniacs when it comes to drinking up the information and trying to be factually correct every time. You know, it's good to be factually correct. I'm with you on that one, but we
Can
tend
I
to go
interrupt
overboard.
just a
Yeah,
second?
go.
Look at your tap currently.
Yeah, 43. Yeah, and it's still going up. It's still going up. It's because we're using that non-aspirated pitot tube. Yes, McTrying. Thank
I
you.
just thought I'd point it out for the viewers. That was all.
Yeah. All right, so just to clarify what McTrying was saying, when we started, we were on 12 degrees Celsius. Okay, so if you go to page 2 here, you can see the actual ambient temperature in this area is 13 degrees. That's what we have. But look at the TAT. It's saying we're at 43 degrees. Now, Zibo tells me that in the real world can go up to 99 degrees. The reason is the non-aspirated pitot tubes are heated. All right, your aspirated tubes apparently not, but this is very interesting. So that, as long as there is no airflow, that's going to go up and up and up and up, and once we are in the air and there's proper airflow over the pitot tubes, you're going to see it's going to come more in line with that, and then the friction in the air is going to heat it up a little bit again. So that and that is not going to be you know, even close to each other eventually. We'll show you in the air. So these are very interesting little things that you pick up, and like I said, I'm using a non-aspirated pitot tube. Some of you guys are probably still on the old setting where you're using the aspirated tube, but you know, it's okay, it's just a different variant. But yeah, that's what we're on about.
Pioneer 982, holding point runway 27, Katowice traffic.
Yo, Hakan. That was fast, man.
Exactly.
Katowice traffic, Ryanair 9900, taking off runway 27.
Approaching 27.
Good morning, Aura. Sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I did see your message, but man, I just got so into this speaking
On
about this
runway
that probe thing
27.
and Will and all. So yeah, good morning, good morning. I'm glad you missed me. Don't worry, I'm here for today and tomorrow. So you need to get onto Twitch if you want to see me in the week. Like I said many times, I only come to YouTube when there's something I really want to keep for posterity, or if Zibo wants me to show you guys something. That's when I usually come to YouTube. But for the rest, Twitch is perfectly good for me in the week, and then that's where we have real fun. You know, we don't have to put up a big show, we can just be ourselves.
Positive rate.
And gear up.
$400.
Look what you did, you idiot. Pressed the button too soon.
1,000.
That would have been stupid. Right, command A is selected and gear is off, and the brakes off as well.
Katowice traffic, this is Ryanair 982. We are waiting for company traffic and lighting up.
Thank you, Hakan. Good morning, Samuel. Good morning. Welcome to this stream. Nice to have you guys here. As a matter of interest, look where the probes are coming down to already, 15, 14. See, just because of the airflow over there.
So, presumably it's fairly important to turn the probe heat on as late as possible so you get a truer reading early, so that you then know when to turn your engine anti-ice on, etc.
That is true, yes. And then on the other side, I mean, it is part of the checklist as well, but once you've landed and you get off the runway, you don't want them on. So part of your runway exit procedure is to actually switch them off as well, because there's no point in having them on. Huh?
Rolling out.
Okay. All the finer detail, eh, Paul?
Well, it's crazy, isn't it? It's just such a massive amount, and you know, there's I think there's a big difference, and it depends on what kind of a simmer you are, between knowing what to do and why you are doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, for example, setting the switches for when you're starting the engines. You know, you're basically directing compressed air around the plane, so you can know what to do in what order. But to get into the depth of where the air is moving and the dangers of having one switch open and blowing your APU up and all that sort of stuff is again, it's another layer to the onion.
Yep.
Katowice traffic line 9 rate to just demo.
I'm glad we're flying in this direction, because if you look behind us, look at all that water in the air. So that's where I am right now. I did, Samuel, I did, and now the police minister is threatening he's putting the country back on level 5 and all kinds of crazy stories. Here in Joburg, where I stay, I had to go and do a job yesterday morning on the public holiday, and then as I left, it looked like peak time traffic all over. It's like everybody was so glad to get out of the house. Everybody just went out. I don't know if they all had a purpose to go out, but everybody was just outside.
Yeah, it's understandable.
The thing that worries me is if you look at the end of the First World War and the Spanish flu, there was a big story about it that I read the other day. The Spanish flu almost went away, and as the celebrations and everything started with the end of the war, everybody took to the streets in celebration of the World War ending, and then that thing just went like a feldfire, just spread like crazy, and then wave number 2 hit them and they didn't know what hit them. So that's one of the risks you run in thinking it's over when it's not.
There was a big news item on Johannesburg last night, Nico, on the main news, but I will talk to you about it later.
Yeah, that's fine. So I'm almost at 20,000 feet now.
I am almost 12,000 feet, sir.
Okay.
The thing is, virus will not kill the people. Arrogance will kill the people.
Yeah,
that is obvious. It doesn't matter which country it is. If arrogance available in somewhere, that means kill the people.
Yeah.
That was my comment.
Yeah, gotcha.
I also find it an interesting exercise to watch the different measures of speed. So you're at 287 indicated. You've got the ground speed and the wind speed, which is on the nose at the moment. And the mark speed is going up even though the indicated isn't. So all that's, you know, that can get into your head and you're thinking about how the air's getting thinner and all that good stuff as well.
Yep.
Nico, I am making coffee, sir. Would you like?
Yeah, please, 3 sugars.
3 sugars. I have light sugar at home right now.
That's fine.
If you want, I can give 6 sugars.
Yeah, if it's light, yeah, why not? Why not? Just put it in there, man. We'll take some out if it's too sweet. Don't worry.
We spoke about this. He gets 2 sugars and tell him he's got 3.
You're cheating me.
See you.
Okay.
Some of us need the calories, though, John. It's like when they were going to put tax on high sugar items. I thought that would.
Right, so there you have it. Now, just if you guys can see this. Alright, so this is the actual atmospheric temperature. It's minus 36. But due to the air friction and airflow over the aircraft, the TAT probes only pick up minus 14. Because the air, as it goes over the fuselage, obviously, you know, there's friction and that warms the air a little bit. So look at that difference. So that is what the aircraft feels, but this is what it really is. So guys on stream, you are very quiet today. What can you tell me? What happened? What didn't happen? What do you want to know? Can we get some conversation going there? You don't have to be shy. Yeah, that is Chris. Very. Hakan? Oh, he's
Sir,
got to
yes,
make the
sir.
coffee.
Sir, yes, sir.
Listen, I just noticed there's no more ATC for us.
I am so happy to hear that. So we don't need to make some extra efforts, and we are going to focus on our airplane better.
Yes, yes.
Has there been any effect on the fuel temperature yet, or is it a bit too early?
There probably will be. Oh, no, nothing. Still at 12. It's maybe gone down 1, you know, it's kind of leaning towards 10.
Yeah.
I'm climbing, there is still clouds. I think something is missing. We need to ask the authority. Nico.
Sorry, I can what?
Why the weather is so cloudy in this
area?
altitude? Yes, in this altitude. We need to ask the authority, sir.
Don't know. Maybe they must bring propeller aircraft and just come and blow them away, you know?
Why not? It must be cleaned just before taking off. You know, I'm not problem. Problem is passenger Escobar, sir. He is so sensitive.
Yeah, I have not had him on my flight today.
Come on, guys, you must have 1,001 questions out there. Keep him busy.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached final flight level 340. Right now, our coffee service starting. You don't need to pay.
Chris, just to answer your question there, looking at the TAT is what is relevant. The other one is what it actually is, but everything that concerns the aircraft is based on the TAT. Okay, so what happens is the airflow and everything that comes over the fuselage obviously, warms up the air. So when you talk about when you need to switch on the anti-ice and things, you always look at that. You're not that concerned about that one. That's just a nice to have, to know the difference in my mind, because we always look at the TAT to see if we're going to have icing problems or anything else related. So other one is just going to make you think about it a bit.
What about SAT, sir?
Well, we're talking about SAT now. The SAT is minus 52 right now. Okay, so why is this thing stuttering like this so much? Damn it. So SAT is minus 52. If it would just stop and give us a chance now, I'd be happy. Right, so SAT is minus 52, TAT is 26. The TAT is what the aircraft feels, what the aircraft experiences, and that's why we base the decisions we make on that, because it's what it experiences. That's what we have. The other one is, for me, is just a nice to have.
Can you imagine how airplane shrinks in that air condition, sir?
Yes, yes.
Okay, here's a question to everybody. What part of the plane is feeling the effects of SAT and not TAT?
I know. So
Nose.
Hello, Dougal.
You like the question, Nico?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Good question. If you know the answer, just write us.
Yes. Well, if you go onto your progress page, page next, that's page 2, and there's your SAT.
Static air temperature, sir.
Static
air temperature. TAT means total air temperature after friction.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Engineer. For those of you that don't know, Hakan is actually an engineer on aircraft. He knows these things, and I'm not talking about the guy on the apron. I'm talking about the guy who designs the components. So.
But I forgot many knowledge, sir. So these are not related to engineering. Actually, these are related to sim knowledge.
Okay.
I forgot related information in engineering.
Hakan.
I don't use.
Hakan.
Sir, yes, sir.
You can't do your job if you forgot the information, man.
Look, we have minimum temperatures. Let me go into detail about it. If you are close to engine, your temperature is rising structurally as well. Okay,
Yes.
sir?
Yes.
If you far away from the engine, your temperature reduces.
Yes.
But still there are some minimum and maximum limitations. I can't pronounce them because secret information, secret. It requires tests. How much temperature do I need to require for designing an airplane wing? It's secret, sir. I will not go into detail.
Understand.
But if you are interested in, you can find many information in internet, and keyword is Kiruna, Sweden. For example, A400 amps cold tests given there.
Understand, but don't say too much because your job's on the line. Okay, the main thing is, people, this is serious, this is not a joke. Hakan is actually a structural engineer on aircraft. He knows, he designs these things. You have probably experienced his handiwork while flying some of the aircraft that is flying around. Just as a matter of interest, this is one of the guys who designed those components. So with all these jokes and everything, he's got a very serious engineering, structural aeronautical engineering side to him. So anyway, Hakan, that's fine. No worries. We don't
Sir.
want to go into too much detail.
Okay, sir, I need to underline a point. If I give information here related to engineering, you can find on the internet.
Okay,
If
yeah.
I say I will not tell this, this is secret.
Understand.
Okay,
Gotcha.
sir?
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
Hakan.
the point.
I do have a question for you, and I don't know the answer to this.
Really? I think
Well,
you okay, ask please. If I know the
well,
answer, I will give you.
my aircraft engineering days are when aircraft were made from aluminium alloys, etc. With the current trend for composite
I couldn't hear you
structures,
after aluminium. Could you please say again? I couldn't hear you after aluminium.
with the current trend to use composite structures and that, what is the absorbent rates for heat into composite structures?
Let me give you some bureaucratic answer for it. There are different kinds of composite structures that are used in the airplane, but mainly carbon fiber reinforced plastic and glass fiber reinforced plastics. Both of them are different constants, sir. I don't remember the temperatures right now, but if you are interested in, you can enter to Google and find their minimum and maximum strength temperatures, because each
it
one
was,
depending on the material, sir.
no,
And
I was on
aluminium is
about,
exactly different.
yeah, I was on about the absorption rates of the temperature. Aluminium warms up when it gets friction on it, it absorbs heat. Does composite structures absorb heat? Obviously they do, but how much difference is there between a composite structure and an aluminium one?
If you want, I can give an answer by looking the list, but I don't memorize this information, sir. We are using that constants while we are working on it.
Yeah.
Since we have lots of parameters to do to implement, we don't memorize, sir.
No, I
This
accept
is my
that.
answer.
I accept that. We'll continue this discussion in Discord.
Okay, sir, but as I said, there are many lists for specific composite materials, and it requires some tests as well. And test ambient is very important for the constants that we use. There are many things I can't tell here. It affects the structure's health and stability.
I just threw it out there into Nico's stream just to show to the general people just how much technology and knowledge has to go into manufacturing and building aircraft.
Yeah, it's not just there to get from your local takeaway. That's for sure.
But there are lots of effort behind the scenes, sir. You see a structure, but this is incredible teamwork, and this is incredible knowledge. This is incredible background. So each team takes some part of it and work on it, and after that they are coming together. And precision is very admirable here, especially I like European style, but there are lots of differences between Germans, France and England standards. Even if this situation like that, I admire at the end all parts coming together with the exact fit. Let me try to search some information for you on the internet. I will not tell you. Later on we can talk. McTrain.
Thank you, Harkin.
Yeah, it was interesting, Nico, when you said that the tapped temperature is what the aircraft is experiencing. It's kind of similar to the indicated airspeed, which is basically the air blowing down the end of an open tube connected to a gauge, in effect. So the thinner the air, the less air is being pushed down the tube, so it's what the aircraft is feeling. And that's why the flap speeds and gear down and up speeds are related to indicated airspeed rather than true or anything else.
Gotcha.
Anyway, back to my original question. Nobody's attempted an answer yet. Which part of the aircraft least feels the effect of current tapped and feels more the effect of SAT?
It's killing me, guys. Come on. Which part of the aircraft feels the least amount of the TAT? In other words, is the coldest. That is more related to SAT, the cold temperature.
I'd say trailing edge of wings.
It has effect on the performance of the aircraft.
There's one answer.
That isn't the one I'm thinking of.
Next. Come, guys. Just guess.
Inside.
Inside or outside?
Inside the aircraft.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just clarifying it.
I'm still... No, it's not what I'm thinking of.
Look, let us think about heat transfer, sir. Okay.
I think we have enough. I think we have a win.
Let's go into detail with logic. Static air temperature is static one. It means ambient temperature.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Yes.
After some force, we have some friction, and there are some sensors on aircrafts that calculates differences between ambient temperature and skin temperature. Skin temperature, I mean, after friction, we obtain total air temperature, right? In this case, if wings and some part of body under friction, whole aircrafts, except of some specific regions, experience total air temperature. But some minor parts feels static air temperature.
I wouldn't
That
call it a
friction-
minor part.
That friction is very low. Think about that, where the friction is low while an airplane is flying. That's the question.
Well, we've got a couple of guys now asking, so I'm trying. I think it's time to spill the beans.
Engine intake.
You should say except of engines, sir. Because structurally you asked if I remember
No, I
correctly.
didn't ask. I said which part of the aircraft is least affected by SAT.
Okay.
And believe it or not, SAT is very important to the performance of the engine.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, and they work more efficiently at low temperatures. Yeah.
I recommend Rolls-Royce simulation for an engine if you want to go into details about engines. You can understand what kind of temperatures in the inlet and in the nozzle, in the combustion chamber, how temperature increases and affect the titanium and composite parts, titanium, sorry, and composite parts. You can see in that. Let me try to find and send the link.
That will be
Have you
nice,
ever read? Have you got the book that they used to publish, Hark? It's probably appears online now, but they used to always have a book that discussed.
So, has the insulation around the fuel tanks let any of the heat out yet?
There's no insulation actually called as a built-in layer. It's just one of those things because the heat actually helps the fuel. You're not worried about volume anymore because you've used some. Cold fuel takes up less space than warm fuel and things like this. As long as your fuel remains above the freezing point of fuel, there isn't a problem, you see.
Yeah, sure.
We've lost 10 degrees Celsius on the fuel.
Interesting.
Yeah.
As we pointed out yesterday, what the temperature was of the freezing point of fuel. The biggest issue is if there's water in the fuel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe ice crystals can clog filters and such like.
Yeah, but it's all fuel contains condensation water. But you, in my day, if an aircraft is sat on the ground, you used to dip the bottom of the tank and take a sample, like Citation Max has shown when he was flying his, not his current plane, the turboprop one. He showed you taking a fuel sample and you're checking to see if there's any water which collects in the bottom of the tanks.
Any Cessna driver does that, any Piper driver does that. Most guys will check the fuel for water contamination before flight.
Yeah.
I just saw a message from Happy Camper wanting to come into chat.
Oh.
Where did he say that? I don't see.
It just flashed up on my monitor.
Tell him to come.
Where is he? I don't know how this thing works.
I can't see him anywhere.
If we can see him. Jorge, if you are there and you're listening, I need to see you to drag you in, buddy. Just come to the FPO, I'll drag you in immediately.
Yeah, he sent me a message as well.
Well, just type back to him, please come to FPO, we'll drag you in.
No, the message was, could you please ask Nico to give me permission to come into the voice chat? And I said, well,
why don't you ask me? I didn't get one of that. Let me find him. Mr. Happy Camper. Yeah, Kevin, come. You've got your rights. You're welcome to pop in, alright? I've got it. It was me that put it in. He should have all the rights to come in here. Let's check. Permissions. Yeah.
I have shared a link for you, sir.
I'll grab it now. Where did you put it, Aka?
To your stream, sir.
No, it won't go on the stream. Put it in Discord. I'll put it up.
Okay, sir.
There we go. Hello, Jorge.
Good morning.
How goes
Good
it?
morning.
How are you guys?
All good, thank you. Busy flying.
Okay, we're live. I don't want to interrupt something
you
that's
are.
going on.
No,
Okay.
no. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're not interrupting. You know that you're a VIP on this server. You just come and come enjoy it with us.
Thank you so much, Schematics. I appreciate that. Uncle John's in the house as well. Guys, I just wanted to come by and say hello before I went to bed. Are we live right now on Twitch?
Yes. Yeah, YouTube.
Okay.
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Okay. But Uncle John, hello. Thank you for translating the message over to Nico, and thank you, Barbecue Buddy. Hopefully, I got that tag back up on there.
Yeah,
That's all I ask.
yeah. No, you can come and go and do what you need to do now.
Thank you, Uncle John, and Skymatics for making that happen. Like I said, I just wanted to come in real quick and say hello. Don't want to interrupt too much. But tonight, were you both on my stream tonight, by the way?
No, I wasn't.
I was.
I was there for like 2 minutes, Jorge, but not long because then I had to start preparing for this one. Why? What happened?
Did you see the webcam?
Yes, I saw the webcam with you and Ash. Yes, Ashman. Yes.
That was nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful faces on there, huh? I'm kidding now, but no, because I asked because a ceremonial. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Oh my God, there's Uncle John there. Look at him. He's there. Bless you, bless you, Uncle John. He gifted you guys all a subscription to my channel, and Mel is a super generous guy. Tonight he gifted 5 people on my stream. Awesome, beautiful. So I just wanted to come in and say thanks for tuning in, and to Uncle John too as well. And he's wearing, look at him, he's wearing the Zibo merchandise shirt. Look at him. Awesome. Gotta love him.
Yeah.
But at any rate, guys, that was kind of a little trial and error tonight to get the webcam set up and stuff. But I hope to show a little bit more of my face, although unshaved tonight and everything else, but a little raw tonight. You know, I want to show a little more of that, but just it makes it a little more personal. You know.
Of course. Okay, I'll be there tomorrow morning when you stream next. I'll pop in. We're doing a helicopter group flight this evening in the Grand Canyon. You know that flight you and me and Grau Adler did with the gang?
Yes.
You know, hopping between those 6 ones in the canyon going down. So I'm going to do that with the helicopter tonight here on stream.
Awesome.
So you're welcome to pop in as well. We have got guys in Cessna 172s or Pipers that are going to fly with. So you're welcome. You are invited to join us on that one then.
Thank you so much, brother.
That'll be 1600 Zulu, so I'm not sure if it's going to be too early for you, but just bear it in mind.
I just finished. I streamed all last night, and then I did some business work with Scenery. You know, the Scenery company thing, with Ashita for about another 2 hours after that, and it's now right here coming up at 5 a.m. my time.
Okay.
So I'm burned out. and I'm just warming up some pasta and on the stove right now as I talk to you guys. So I'm just gonna eat and hit the sack. But thank you for the invitation. I really do appreciate it. You know, just thanks again, guys. I just wanted to come in and say hello and tell you how much I appreciate you and what all of you do, including Uncle John over there with that beautiful T-shirt on. You guys are all key players here. So, Paul B, it's good to see you. Hawken, I don't know if Hawken is here right now. McTrine was, but of course McTrine is in and out. He says hello sometimes he doesn't.
No, I'm
But
here.
I
I'm
appreciate you,
here.
McTrine. McTrine, I always give you a hard time. I love it.
Well, you think I give you a hard time because I must do to wind you up.
I appreciate all of you sincerely. So I just wanted to drop in real quick and say hello and thank you for the support, guys. And we'll catch up hopefully sometime this weekend. We can
100%.
And Nico, we talked about it, but let's try to get a flight down to Tocuntine scheduled with the gang sometime soon. A group flight in the 7-3 out of Miami down to Tocuntine. About an hour and a half flight. If we can get the gang signed up for that sometime soon. An hour and a half. That's all it takes. So.
Well, I mean, we've got tomorrow, so I'm talking now Sunday. So anytime, I would say after 1600 Zulu tomorrow, I'm game if you game.
Okay, I will be available in literally 10 hours from now. So you do the math on that one, buddy. You work on Zulu time, I don't. It takes me a little bit to convert that.
Okay. Let's see, because then we can stream it here, and it's you and me and the gang and whoever else wants to join us again. I'll put it on Facebook, generate some excitement and get some guys to join and things. But let's talk on text. Let me know when you're up, and then we talk on text. I did send you a couple of messages. Now, I'm so glad that you came to the stream now. It was awesome having you. It's awesome.
Oh, it's great for you to have me. I appreciate it. So I'll be up and running again. Like I said, I only sleep 6 hours or so. So by the time I get up and running, do the morning chores and everything else, running around, waking up, and I gotta do laundry in the morning too. So that's why I'm saying 10 hours from now. So 10 hours from now, I'll be ready to hit the sky, so to speak.
Okay. Well, Jorge, just as a matter of interest, that's going to be smack in the middle of the Grand Canyon tour. So you can grab your Cessna 172 or chopper or something and come join us there. But I'm talking about basically another night's sleep away. So for us, one more day extra for Tocuntine. Okay.
So basically, 10 hours then from now is what I'm saying. So.
Yeah, it's going to be in the middle of our
Grand
Canyon thing, which means I'm talking one more day extra. So Sunday night my time, Sunday morning your time. That's the time.
Sunday morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out, Nico. Yeah. When I wake up tomorrow, I'll shoot you a message and we can kind of work something out.
100%.
See what the schedules are looking like. Yeah. Look at Uncle John there. Look at him. I love him. Look at him. Love you, Uncle John.
Okay.
All right, guys. Good hearing your voices. We'll chat tomorrow, Nico.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Have a great night.
Sleep. You too.
Thank you, guys.
Well.
Bye.
Rest well.
Thank you, McTrine. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Right, I think we need to start looking at our descent planning. So we're 70 nautical miles away. So let's start with the basics. We've just gone from Lonnie, so we're at 5.1. We're going to be at 4.3. So we need to drop 800 kilograms there. That will take us down. That's an easy math problem. 65. We're going to use flaps 30. Then we're going to go to the descent page and forecast. Now when we look at the chart, we're going to focus at the transition altitude. It's 5,000. So when we go back to the FMC, we need to type in flight level 050. Right, that's going to change for us. Then we're going to go to STKP and we're actually going to go to our flight summary, the OFP. Come on, and we're going to use the web FMC to actually input our winds and stuff. So let's start with ISA deviation, which is that one. So we're going to go -3, and then we're going to look at the METAR. We've got a QNH of 1007, so it's /1007. Going to put it into its appropriate line, go find those winds quickly. So these are the values we're going to use. So 200, 150 and 100. So that's 20,000 feet and 15,000 feet and 10,000 feet, and that gives us 274.38, which goes by 200, 274.29, 29, and 218 at 19, 281, sorry, at 19. It goes in there, we execute it, go back to the progress page, all done. So happiness is, that takes care of our programming of the FMC. What we need to make sure of now is to get that 1007, that's the QNH, just on standby here. So when that green section, that STD for standard, turns yellow, that 1007 goes into position by us. We will be pressing the standard button. It will switch over, and more happiness. Right, then our runway length is 2,500, so I'm going to use auto brake 3. Now, one of the things that always catches me at this airport using runway 24 is the difference. It really catches my eyes. There's a difference in textures from the crossing runways, so I'm going to do my best to not let that affect my vision too much. Munir, there's a lot of people asking that question. Actually, thanks for asking. Okay, I'm using Swift right now, and yesterday I was using Xpilot. Xpilot if you're using Vulcan, Swift for me on the normal X-plane. Basically, it's all about the proper installation. You have to have the correct C++ libraries installed, the latest version of the client software, and you have to have your Bluebell CSLs in the correct folders, and the clients need to see them. If those three things are correct, you will see the traffic. They will be on TCAS, they will be on visual as well. And the other thing is, just make sure that you have the latest version of the terrain radar. I'm not sure if it will make a difference, but for good measures, just make sure that you have that. We'll
just
probably pick up traffic here.
Just explain that the experienced people many who are suffering the not seeing other traffic is related to Vulcan at the moment, and not the default or current non-beta X-plane.
Yeah, that's also true. There you can see there's a blimp, there's traffic in front of us, almost out of range of TCAS, but there is a traffic. So yeah, just make sure. In the beta, when I use Xpilot, there is a menu here for Xpilot where you can set your CSLs. My one yesterday, for some reason, did not want to see the CSL, so I had to move it into the Xpilot resources folder, and then it just worked. So just work through your installation. Hakan?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you still coming? Are you still flying?
Yes.
Good.
Mark Trank, I have sent a link to you.
Thank you, Harkin.
But you haven't sent me the link.
The link is about structure, sir, from ResearchGate website.
I thought you were going to give us the link for the Rolls-Royce simulation.
If you check the general chats, you will see that.
Okay. Right, let me put that on stream for you guys. There you go, something to go watch after the stream. There you go. Mooner, let's do it after the stream. I'm gonna have to boot into the Vulkan beta version of Explain and to show you, because like I said, I'm using Swift here, so it's not gonna help us now. So after the stream, just stay tuned. I won't stop the stream. Please remind me if I do forget. I shouldn't, but just have your reminder ready, and then I'll boot up and I'll show you guys quickly. Dan just sent me a message here. Let's just see.
Mark Trank, have you seen how different kinds of composite materials affect the heat absorption?
I'm just going through getting permissions to go look at.
Alright, okay. Right, he's just showed me a preview, a screenshot of the next patch for Sim Toolkit Pro that should be out later today. And he's fixed one of the issues that I discussed with him. That's awesome. What a guy. Dan, you are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Alright, so there we go. Almost at top of descent. We've done the slow down a little bit too much. It's increasing, and we're going to take the dive shortly.
Hello again from the flight deck. We are just commencing our descent. Looks like we'll be landing ahead of schedule and the weather conditions are looking good at our destination. We'll be touching down in less than 30 minutes, so do make your way back to your seats. Thanks for choosing to fly with us today, and it's been a pleasure having you on board.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on the fasten seatbelt sign as we are now at descent. We would ask you to return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelts are securely fastened, your tray tables are in the upright and locked position, your armrests down and window blinds fully open. Any bags you may have removed during the flight must now be restowed for landing, ensuring the main emergency exits and cabin aisle are kept completely clear of all baggage for landing. There should be no further walking or standing in the cabin aisle, and we will be landing shortly. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Munir. Okay, hold on.
Things are gonna heat up. Feel that?
Let's try that one, because I've now clicked it, gone to the video, copied directly from the video, so I hope that is more complete, guys. Will, I'm not sure. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen that problem, but you'll have to speak to Dan directly about it. I've got no idea.
I have started sending, sir.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm passing 30,680 now.
Traffic information confirmed. All cars reflecting on Bravo established ILS runway 25 center.
Okay. Well, we are getting closer very fast. Hallo Jan, welkom. Love the clouds. I just love clouds.
So we were talking about the different temperatures earlier on. Did I notice a place on the descent planning where you had the option to enter both of those temperatures? It's something I've never even properly looked at before.
Paul, sorry, I had myself muted there. Run it by me again.
On the descent planning page, I think there was the opportunity to enter SAT and TAT temperatures, but I've never bothered with it before. I was just wondering whether I'd seen it properly.
I'm on the descent page now. I don't see anything like that. When I go to the forecast, it asks me for ISA.
No, I'd misread something. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. No, it just got me thinking there.
See you,
Later,
Chris.
Chris.
Sorry?
Chris is gone.
Tropical traffic run at 576 on downwind runway 25 left. Right downwind runway 25 left on rolling 25 November. Transition. Be advised, we do have a departing aircraft in sight over to our right. The aircraft is heading east.
What a pointless ramble.
Frankfurt traffic C130 departing Frankfurt to the east. Do you have a Ryanair Boeing 738 directly to your left in sight?
Who cares? Oh, come on, really?
Passing 16,000.
Passing 11. Well, at least you started, Kevin. Welcome. Enjoy the flight. Trying.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw it. Somebody made a comment on the Zibo forum that in the real world, the aircraft will not descend below 10,000 unless the speed is below 250. I've never heard of that in my life. I know that the law says you should be below that speed, but I've never heard that there's like a hard brake on the descent of a Boeing ever. I mean, if you
No,
don't manage your speed,
I find that hard to believe.
yeah, no, it's completely wrong.
There is no such a limitation, sir, but the limitation is about being 10,000 feet.
It's an
with
air.
250 knots.
Air law.
It depends on the ATC's permission
I
as
was
well.
going to say,
exactly.
It's the air traffic requirement. It's not an aircraft requirement, and it's dependent upon the country where you are.
Yep. No, I just found it fascinating. I started off writing how many hours do you have in the real world on your license for this aircraft. And then I decided, you know what, with all the flack I've been getting with people telling me I'm rude on the forum when I'm not, that might just be, one of these times they might be right.
It's better to be one of those you just ignore.
Yeah.
I guess that there is no speed restrictions in any airfields recently due to the coronavirus issue. Because all airspaces are empty, I believe that, I guess that ATCs don't apply any speed restriction for the
Gotta say,
airplanes.
yeah, I mean in America, I believe there are certain departures where they say they give you clearance to break the restriction,
well,
just to get you further along the SID.
Yeah. But I've had it here on VATSIM now for a couple of flights now where the guys have said to me, there was one I did on stream and some I did off stream. The guys just said no speed restrictions. Then you just go.
That's right. Yeah. And you fly within the limitations of the aircraft rather than within the limitations of ATC.
Yeah.
The thing is, you need to be careful and aware of your weight and aware of your approaching path.
Yeah.
So, which is very important to keep your speed lower or higher. You need to decide very well.
Of course, Hakan.
Manageable.
Yeah, I just find it fascinating that people come into the forum and they make wild statements and then they expect a non-violent response back, and I think you're kind of provoking everybody, maybe you should actually come with a better attitude, then you won't get bad attitude back, kind of a thing.
Sometimes people just do it because they want to be seen and reacted to, yeah. And that's why I say sometimes it's actually better to just ignore.
Yeah, walk away.
How many times have you walked away and whether your head is shaking or not, you're just going, oh no.
Right, I need to check my go around altitude here. 5,000.
This is beautiful place to approach, sir. Thank you very much for this flight as well, really. Thank you very much
Pleasure.
for waiting.
Yeah, no worries.
There is no need to ortho. It is already beautiful view. Has a beautiful view.
Does this
Thousand
place
to go.
smell better as you get close to it?
I don't know, I'm trying.
Well, it's Cologne. I thought
Oh.
perhaps it had a scent to it.
Cologne, yeah. In German, you don't say Cologne, by the way. That's just an English pronunciation.
It is raining here, sir.
Right, keep an eye on my speed bug. There I've pulled flaps 30 now for landing. It's before we reach that critical 1,200 foot above ground level. And you see the speed bug never opened up on the IAS. You see there for the question from yesterday. So if you do it before the actual descent starts happening on that glide slope, basically in essence that's what it means, then it will manage the speed for you. If the aircraft starts the nosedive in the glide path before you've fully established your landing configuration, then you will be required to do the bug down of the speed.
Yeah, I find that interesting, and I wasn't aware of that.
Alright, so now on my keyboard I press the number 4 on the top line above the alphabet. That arms my speed brake. I'm going to check auto brake is now at 3, kind of a shortish runway, not too bad. Checking passenger seat belts, all the lights and ignitions are in place. We've got the go around speed set, so when we get to 1,000 foot HL we'll get the call.
I suppose that shows why it makes life so much easier if you're fully configured by the final approach fix, which would normally be at a decent altitude above ground.
Yeah.
And as the artist dances in front of the plane and sort of paints in countryside where the airfield is, Nico gets lost looking for a run.
That's an interesting thought.
My brain thinks in a weird and wonderful way.
You're telling me? I didn't follow that very well. It was like a stream of consciousness kind of art installation thing going on there.
Yeah, well, sounded like it. Yeah, just don't put out the light, then it's okay. He'll get his way back.
Oh, there's probably quite a few that likes to turn my lights up.
Yeah. Alright, so we're almost ready. I need to get my throttles now synced with the Zibo throttles. There we go.
Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Well, it's usually 1, then 5, then 15, then 30 in that order. So it's, I won't go just straight because you're gonna rip them off. The aircraft's too fast. 1, 5, 15, then 30. Or 40 for that matter.
if you follow the speed tape and the window between the red or the amber bars, you'll see your speed envelope. That's where the optimum steps that Nico's just suggested. You should be in the middle of it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep your eye here on the speed tape. Everything is listed there. You just read it. Right, so my auto throttle is still on. I'm going to disconnect it just before minimums, right about there, and then at minimums we're going to disconnect the autopilot. So now we are in control.
Nico, immediately you need to vacate the runway, sir. I'm approaching as well.
Okay, Hakan. Just for you, Hakan.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Come on.
Just put your toilet waste on the beginning of the runway and leave a nice pile there for half.
Yeah. Wow, look at this aircraft turn into the wind. We've got a 14 knot wind I had to fight against after those wheels got down, eh?
Yeah.
80 knots.
9.5.
Thank you, Uncle John. Why are we not turning? Wow. Waited a long time for that. Okay, runway vacated, Hakan.
Right, can I ask a question, Nico? Just out of interest, can you go to your EFB and just have a look at what your current CFG is?
$21.5. And that was what I set up in the beginning as well. If you go back, you'll see on the video. So it did give it to me as expected.
Yeah, it was mainly for, I was thinking in terms of how much, whether there was a lack of weight on the nose wheel and why you were struggling with your steering.
No, the struggling with the steering was I was too fast for the tiller. So I was waiting for the tiller to kick in. I was kicking with the pedals, but obviously I only have a 3.5 degree deflection. And I had to slow down for that. So in hindsight, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And what's the fuel temperature now?
Well, the fuel temperature is approximately 0. Looks like 2 degrees.
Yeah, cool.
2 degrees on that one. We put the probes off because the probes, just by getting off the runway, already went up to 40 something. So there it's coming down now because it's off. You don't want that to overheat, so you switch that off. There is no risk of fogging up the windows, so that can go off. We've got... come on. We've got 11 degrees here currently. That's our ambient temperature, so we're okay. Wrong button. Right, so now I need to see. Welcome to Cologne, Hakan.
You too, sir.
Need to travel down this way. You know what, I'm just gonna park somewhere here. I'm not gonna go and worry about it. We'll ask the bus to come and fetch the people. Right, we'll get the bus to come and fetch the guys. Let's log this flight. And there's Hakan.
Very nice.
Yeah, I suppose we can live with that, eh? Last replay, then I'm quickly going to switch over to show Munir about this MTL CSL situation. Well, you're welcome. Eh? Try and join us again later this evening, 6 o'clock local time, 1600 Zulu. We're going to take the helicopter and the 172s back into the Grand Canyon, so you guys must watch out for that. No. We're going to do that just now, Munir. Right, guys, thank you for watching thus far. This is the end of the normal stream. I'm going to talk a little bit about the X-Pilot and the Vulcan and stuff. So you guys that would like to remain, please stay seated. In fact, if you want to go to the loo quickly, maybe make a dash now. It's going to take me about 5 minutes or so to get going. And then we'll help you out to get your traffic visible.
Hundred and 40 point I have taken, sir.
Oh,
From
crap.
right.
I haven't even logged my flight. Hold on. I logged it in SimToolKit Pro. Now I've logged it in Ryanair. Let's have a look, see what they say.
It's fair landing.
I probably don't even have a clue. Well, I don't have a clue, but I probably didn't get close to that. Let's have a look, see. It didn't score me anything on my landing, so 321 foot per minute. That's why. Anyway, next time better. Let's look at what's important right now. All right, so this is my
Your preparation time is better than mine because there is
Yeah.
no preparation point in Ryanair website.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Got it. All right, so this is my explain beta folder. Then we've got resources plugins. Then we've got the Xpilot. Within Xpilot, you've got resources and CSL, and this is the Bluebell CSLs. So what you have to do is obviously just copy it in there according to the installation process. And at the very, very last step, you have to put in that elevation fixes from Iveo, the Iveo related fixes that Bluebell made. So once this is in place, all right, you need to make sure that you have C++, 2012, 2015, 17 and 19 loaded. So if you go to the website, the Xpilot website, it gives you the minimum requirement. So once you've installed all the C++ things, once you've got your CSLs in place, you can just fire up the beta. Explain. Munir, you still here? Must I repeat for you? Sorry, I jumped the gun a little bit there. I didn't really wait the 5 minutes.
Münir Hocam, why don't you come to the Discord channel to ask that question? He can, or Nico can answer. But I don't know. Münir is probably Turkish, Nico, by the way.
I took it like that, yes.
Yeah, Nico, you've got a strange idea of what 5 minutes is, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Depending
I
on
whooped it a bit
on
there. I
what
do
the
apologize.
circumstances are.
Yeah, I whooped it a bit.
Depending on the
Sorry.
circumstances.
Yeah. We'll fix it just now.
Okay.
Sometimes your 5 minutes is 40 minutes.
I know. It just sounds nice to say 5 minutes, you know.
May I speak Turkish a little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah.
Münir Hocam, sorunun cevabını aldın mı? Now we are waiting for his answer. Okay, sir?
Yeah, he says next time.
He is going to join us the next time.
Yeah.
If I understand correctly.
Yeah. You see, Paul, the 5 minutes that's short depends upon me. The 5 minutes that becomes 40 minutes means that either the kids or the wife hijacked me, and then the 5 minutes just goes. Pew. Their idea of 5 minutes and my idea of 5 minutes is like two different things. Eh?
I understand.
Mark Twain, don't leave, okay, sir? We need to discuss some point with you. I need to tell some information about what we were in a discussion with you today.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got something to discuss with Nico as well.
Oh, hell,
Okay,
what
sir.
did I do now?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Are we off air?
No, we're on air.
No, no, when we're off air.
Okay.
Also, I will turn on my camera. You see me?
Yeah,
I can see ya.
Okay, when you finish the streaming, just tell Nico, please.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so we have an interesting test that we're going to do. As much as I copied the CSLs into that resources folder, McTrying is going to do a test for us where he's going to use shortcuts to see if it will work or not. So we'll experiment a little bit now.
What ramp are you on at the moment? What parking?
Alpha 1.
Okay.
What are you testing for, Nico?
Xpilot and the TCAS to see the other blimps and the other aircraft next to us as well. It's probably building the scenery database now. That's why it's taking so long, because I messed with it. One of the things I did was I created a sim link between my scenery folder in the normal Explain and my beta test version, because I didn't want to copy all 300 gigs worth of scenery across. So anytime I make a change on one side, it goes through to the other side, which is a good idea, but unfortunately now it's rebuilding the sceneries a little bit for us. Uncle John?
Yes, sir.
I did reply to you.
Yeah, okay, I'll have a look. Thanks, bud.
And we wait, and we wait, And we wait.
It's all right. It's model matching problem, Nika. You may not see me.
Okay.
Well,
Hello, Fossil.
I'm not exactly in. I should have perhaps loaded up at Zibo. Right, I should be disconnected now.
Well, I'm not even started, so I'm waiting for the connection. Waiting to spawn in there. Brum, 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 brum.
What is happening, Nico? Your Explain 11 is too tough.
I've got too much in here. Fossil, we won, we landed, we did the flight, everything's okay. Now we're looking at the next stage. There we go. Bet you it's going to tell me it needs to, yeah, you see,
Everyone.
nav data. Right, okay, so what needs to happen is this. Let me bring that folder back on screen quickly. Right, so remember what I said. This is now starting from the beginning, just to recap. In Explain Resources Plugins, Xpilot Resources CSL folder, you've got to put your Bluebell CSLs in the correct order as per the installation instruction. Once that is done, we need to come to Explain, find Xpilot and Settings. Then we need to go to the CSL packages and we need to specify the correct one. Okay, now you see there, initially I had to put the details in there, but it seems to have now picked it up itself. So I'm just taking out the double. We don't want the double. So it's reading from resources plugins, Xpilot resources CSL. It's enabled. You can click on load and it should work. So what we're going to do now is just connect quickly.
I'm RF123, by the way.
Alright, let's just disconnect to see who is who. Alright, so there we've disconnected. And what we're going to do is just reconnect. By the way, in the beta, Maktrang, I can't see the call signs. I forgot about that. So I don't know which one of these aircraft would be you. There is obviously a guy. There's a guy. There's a guy. You could be any one of these guys now.
Right, are you sat? Let me just go and check.
Shake your rudder, Nico.
Did you say you were on Alpha 1?
Yes.
Right, I can see you. I'm on Alpha 8. If you look to your
Okay, yeah,
right.
there. I can see you.
What am I showing as? That's it. Yeah, that's me beside you.
Yeah.
I logged in as an Abro Shackleton because they
Okay.
wouldn't let me put They wouldn't let me put a Vulcan. They wouldn't let me put Avro.
Okay.
I had Vulcan, so I ended up as an Abro Shackleton.
No
But the model
worries.
matching hasn't worked there.
No worries. All right. Well, look, I mean, this alignment of the RS isn't done, but Munir, that's the basics. You need to get the CSLs in the correct place. I'll put that up on screen for you quickly again. You need to have it in the correct place. So come take a screenshot of this screen if you have to. Once the CSLs is installed correctly and in place, you need to make sure. C++ 2015, 17, yeah, it's 2012, 15, 17, and 19 needs to be in place. And then you need to come and you need to make sure in your plugin that when you go to your XPilot that you've set up your CSLs correctly. Otherwise, you will not see the cars on the outside. Once you've satisfied those three criteria, everything will work.
Right, just out of interest, I know I can see you on an X-Plane, but your call sign isn't showing up on my Sim Toolkit Pro at the moment.
Why not? I've got yours. Oh no, I can't see you in Sim Toolkit Pro either.
I can't see you in VATSIM either.
I can only see in VATSIM.
Yeah, well, because we haven't got flight plans in. You've just appeared. You've just this second appeared. It's the delay on the Sim Toolkit Pro for VATSIM knowledge. But yeah, because we haven't got flight plans in, we won't show up on Sim Toolkit Pro. Now, just out of interest, I see you on XPilot. I'm actually linked for my CSLs to even a different installation of the CSL, a different installation of X-Plane where my CSL folder is.
Well, this is what I had yesterday, and it did not want to work. So I can actually go and test it with you now. Let me go back.
Well, this is what I'm thinking, it's trial and error. We can try these things out.
Yeah, well, it's got you now. So there it is pointing to my natural normal X-Plane, and today it's working. Yesterday we couldn't get it to work. That's why I reverted. So for practical purposes, I'm just going to leave it on the local one now. I mean, I went through the trouble. I'm going to do that.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Okay.
Just for information.
Yeah, gotcha.
Mind you, I think there's been an update to XPilot. Were you running this version yesterday?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just playing with the weather presets now.
Okay, that's a useful exercise. We've learned some.
Yeah. Right, well, let's go back to the world weather. The rain should stop shortly. Alright, you're welcome, Munir. Fossil, I have had it where the SID and the star does not display correctly. Usually the fix is to go and cycle your departure and arrival page. So if you go to your FMC and you go to departure arrival, you go in there, you cycle them. In other words, deselect and reselect everything. All right. Same on the arrival side. That usually fixes it. That's the one thing. But I know Zibo is working on it. So if there are anomalies, just relax. It's going to take him a fix or two, and it will all be done. Because especially when you have a arc in your departure, it seems to be a tricky situation. So he's working on it. Okay. And that's it. Guys, I hope you liked the stream. I'm going to call it a day now. We'll see each other this afternoon, 1600 Zulu. I know, sir. I'm sorry if it came across that I thought you were. It's not what I meant. Thank you, my dear. You were just asking for the record, and I just answered for the record. So I'm not complaining. Okay. Dale, have a good one. Everybody else, we'll see you. Well, anybody welcome to join us. 1600 Zulu, we're going to take the helicopter into the Grand Canyon again. So We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye all.
Bye all.